Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wrestling Ruined My Life podcast. This is Luke Mitchell, a.k.a. Luke Rude, the self-proclaimed illegitimate son of the ravishing Rick Rude. And to my left here, I have my esteemed colleague, Christopher Clavos.
That's me. That's right.
And our newest member of our team, Brian Rains. When it rains, it pours.
That it does, gentlemen.
How you doing tonight, Brian?
Just ready to get in some wrestling.
Yep. All right. What's up? Oh, and always, we're live from the Luke Mitchell Compound Hotel, Resort, and Casino, where the only gambling we do is gambling with our lives.
That's right. Well, this is the second episode and everything. We've already given pretty much everyone an introduction. Question came to my mind. So why did you want to be a wrestler? I know why I did, but I don't know why you did.
I mean, just like the athleticism, and I mean, it was fucking cool. I mean, those guys are doing it. Why the fuck couldn't I do it?
It's a very good point. What about you, Brian?
For me, I would have to say, at the time, obviously, it was cool, like Luke said. I just wanted to do something with my life that looked exciting. I mean, wrestling was the most exciting time of my life. So why not do that? It looked like the best job in the world.
It really did, and I'm going to tell you why I wanted to do it. The main reason that I wanted to do it was because it, once again, just like the rest of you, it looked really, really cool. It looked like a lot of fun. It looked like a great time.
Well, it was the 90s.
Well, of course. Yeah, the 90s were a party.
It was a party for professional wrestling, man.
Yeah. And, what I really enjoyed was the atmosphere, the crowds cheering for you. I wanted to hear that happen.
Even when they booed, it was something to
it was
be
something
worthwhile.
you're right. And it's like the attention was on you and what you could do and how...
And of course, I would like that.
Had a lot to do it. Well, of course you would. But for me, it was the idea that I could do something like that. Be the ultimate. I always wanted to be one of the ultimate good guys. As a matter of fact, one of the first quote unquote wrestling characters I created for myself was pretty much what you would consider to be. It was pretty much a carbon copy of Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
But with a slight edge, close to as much as I hate to say this, a John Cena.
Okay.
And
without knowing that's who that was.
I mean, right. I had the first time I ever saw Hulk Hogan wrestle was Bash at the Beach, 1996, when he turned.
Right.
I had no idea what hulking up was. I did not know he was the ultimate good guy.
Right.
But yet, I did these things. Can you explain it a little better than I can, maybe, on some of these things?
I mean, you were to not use the same word again, I mean, the Bomb, which was the name of the character, was the ultimate good guy. He was the top face.
Absolutely.
And at the same time, Luke Rude was the ultimate bad guy. I mean, granted, we were the only two people, so you had to have, that balance of good and evil.
But that's the way you decide you were going to go anyway.
Right.
Now, since we've already brought up our characters, well, Brian, did you have a character?
I guess you could say I always wanted to be the Shawn Michaels of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like the Brian Kendrick?
You could say that, I guess. Go between both heel and face.
Tweener.
But still be loved or
right.
be loved, like how Randy Orton is today.
Right.
If we want to put it today's terms.
Did you have a name for your character?
No, I really didn't.
You didn't?
No. I mean, the people I grew up with, I mean, we were more into...
Implying that you actually grew up.
Exactly.
Right, yeah, of course.
Always.
None of us have.
No, not one bit. But more of...
You just got bigger and better toys.
That's right. More expensive toys.
We mostly did moves.
Okay.
We love to do holds on each other mostly.
I mean,
Okay.
that's how we started.
Correct.
I mean, I was Goldar and he was one of them Power Rangers.
That's right. That's right. Sure were. Now, you never really had a character. I'm going to ask you this: did you ever have an entrance theme picked out for yourself?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
There were always entrance themes running through my mind.
Okay, take us through some of them.
One of them was the most recent one back in high school. Would have been a local band called Mother May I.
Okay.
And it was the first track on their album
Okay.
that just we all wanted to use it for like our clique, I guess you would say.
Of course, spelled
KLIQ. Yes. The only way you should spell it.
That's right. That's the only approved Wrestling Ruined My Life podcast way to spell click.
Yes, I would have to totally agree. But other than that, no, I mean, I guess you would say some of the most popular music back then.
Okay.
Nirvana, mostly, probably.
Okay.
Nirvana.
Yeah. Well, sir, you for Luke Rude, you I know about this already, but you had a very interesting theme picked out for him, and it's one that I rather enjoyed because it works. I think it would even still be relevant and work today. And what was that theme?
That would be "Human Being" by Van Halen.
Yes.
I first heard that song on the original Best of Van Halen album, and it's just that guitar riff in the beginning. It just made for a really good heel character, and more or less like a Raven type character, you know, kind of dark, mysterious maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, you know.
But of course, since you're Luke Rude, it was still very sexual.
Oh, indeed, it's absolutely sexual, in like an S&M kind of way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So you come out with a ball gag, are you saying? Or
Only at pay-per-views.
Oh,
Only
okay.
on pay-per-view.
Okay.
Yeah, gotcha.
only
Okay.
pay-per-views. That wasn't
That makes sense.
you know, a Monday or Wednesday night kind of thing.
okay.
Right. Now, of course,
Kind of like when the Shield came out with the shark masks at WrestleMania 30.
I got you.
right.
Yeah.
Now, of course, with me, with the Bomb, as much as I'm embarrassed of that character, I'm even more embarrassed of the song that I chose as my entrance theme, and that was a little song by the Gap Band called "You Dropped a Bomb on Me."
I mean, it makes sense. You really can't.
It really does.
Clown on it. I mean, as goofy as the song kind of would be for a wrestler, which, you know, typically is either, you know, a rock song or a rap song. You know, it's
Yeah.
kind of the mode or
Right.
tone that they go with.
And of course, leave me to pick R&B. Why
Right,
not?
Right.
But actually, you see, what's really funny about that song is I heard it on the radio for the first time in, like, I want to say it was like 1996. It was about the same time that I started watching wrestling, maybe a little bit before. And I was thinking to myself, man, I don't know who these guys are. I don't know anything about it, but man, this is a really cool new song. Little did I know, the song is older than me. It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
Mm.
My original themes were a lot of
Of course, give us the characters too. Of course, because if they're character specific.
No, my original theme songs weren't necessarily character specific, because Lyco.
I don't know where you're trying to go.
Yeah, very can edit this out.
Yeah, I can edit.
I was trying to chew.
That's fine. I can edit.
No, it was much like I was talking about Stuntman
Yes.
the other day.
Yes.
and how
Okay.
It was
the stuntman character.
I mean, that, you know, that came later. I mean, my original character, what would I say, was the Rhino.
I'm not sure. I don't know. The only one that I'm only really familiar with two of your wrestling characters, three actually. I'm familiar with Luke Rude, Stuntman, and Jackson Payne.
Yeah.
who I actually enjoy the Jackson Payne character. Why don't you tell us a little about him?
I'll get into that in a few minutes. But actually, when I was, I would say what I was the Rhino Luke Mitchell,
Okay.
because, I just thought it was fucking cool.
Mhm.
And I know I keep saying,
Now, was that inspired in any way by ECW's Rhino?
long before. And actually, at that time, like when I first, started using the Rhino moniker, that like shortly after, Jim the Anvil Neidhart started going by the name the Rhino.
Ah, yeah. I remember that. I remember that now.
I mean, he had to have something, when
Right.
Bret Hart carried that tag team.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Like all the professionals on Dancing with the Stars.
Can I jump real quick to the future?
Sure.
When I met Bret Hart,
Yeah.
I told you I cried and everything.
Yeah.
And I, paid my money to get my autograph.
Yeah.
And Jim Neidhart goes, "You want my autograph?" And I was like, "No, thank you."
Wow. That's incredible.
I mean, his autograph. I paid $60 to see Bret Hart. It was only like 10 for Jim Neidhart's autograph.
But he's still a member of the Hart Foundation.
I think it's the goatee.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really like.
Well, you see, I didn't just have the Bomb character for
Right.
myself. Of course, as the Attitude Era wore on, and of course I started to become a fan of ECW, which first time I saw that, I was hooked. ECW clearly became my favorite promotion out of all of them.
Once people started realizing what ECW was, how they were willing to break the lines
Easily.
of traditional wrestling.
Absolutely.
It became more popular, of course.
Well, as that changed, I changed with it.
Right.
And of course became a newer version of that, where I was still the Bomb character, but with a twist, a darker twist.
Okay.
More willing to do that. Now, don't get me wrong, the Bomb was not beyond using a chair.
Okay.
He was not beyond using a weapon here and there.
Well,
if he had to.
Well, you have to cheat a little bit.
He felt it was frowned upon.
Right. It was definitely frowned upon, and it
Okay.
was definitely in poor taste.
Right.
But he would do it if it came to that.
Right.
Now,
That was the Darth Vader side, right?
correct. Yes. Now, when it really made the turn to Darth Vader style was Christopher Clavos. And it became the ECW more or less version of myself. In other words, the Bomb's look was based off of Chris Benoit.
Okay.
The red tights, the black boots, yeah, exactly. The black knee pads and such. When I went to that more darker character, changed look completely. Black t-shirt, black cargo shorts, with just, the knee pad, whatever, and, just black shoes, whatever.
Okay.
And started doing it ECW style. And I was not beyond, and I wanted to do hardcore blood, guts, gore, everything, You
wanted those, the table matches where they lit them on fire.
Yes.
You wanted the barbed wire ropes.
Yes.
You wanted everything.
I wanted it all. Brand new socks and drawers.
I got you.
I wanted it all.
But we ended up with.
I'm a fan. I am a serious fan of hardcore wrestling. Always have been.
Which is sad to see that has gone away as the years have progressed.
Well, you see, a lot of people would refer to it as garbage wrestling, and I see why they'd say that, but in the same breath, you got to respect what they're doing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, so then I became the deeper, darker version of myself. Now, with that character came new entrance themes. Of course, the first entrance theme, because I was going through a very bad stage, was the very. You know what? Pop quiz, sir. Can you name the very first entrance theme for Christopher Clavos?
No.
What It's Like by Everlast.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it had to be the radio edit version because it had all the scratches in it and everything else that I really enjoyed. Not that I enjoy edited music. It was just, it sounded cool.
I enjoy the word fuck, balls, whore,
Cock.
Chrome 45.
Indeed. Indeed.
Talk some shit.
Yep.
And wound up dead.
That's right. Well, anyway, so that character, and then of course there were other entrance themes that would start, such as and now if I were to do it now, I would say that my entrance theme is "One Light" by Three Doors Down.
Okay.
Now,
Really good.
if I would be a wrestler today, I'd have to say my theme's gonna be "Baby" by Justin. No.
You sure it's not gonna
Nice.
be Boyfriend?
Nice. Boyfriend?
Same artist.
That'd probably be why I have no idea what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Just off the top of my head right now, I'd have to say Marilyn Manson, "Rock Is Dead" would be.
That is a good one.
Which actually was one of my theme songs post Humans Being. I mean, Humans being my, predominantly used theme song, which may actually still be my song today. The only thing about Humans Being was,
The intro is incredibly long.
yes, I mean, even if you cut it down, much like really any of my songs, they're not character specific.
Okay.
Like, they don't. I mean, Batista with "Walk Alone" by Saliva.
Mhm.
Does that really pertain to his character?
Not at all.
Right. That's how I feel. I mean, hell, the only character specific song. You're gonna laugh at this
Oh, really?
because I don't think I would tell you this.
That this would be new because there's not much we don't discuss.
Right. Stuntman's original theme song.
Okay, now from what I'm to understand, it's kind of like the crazy home siren, the crazy home sirens.
Before he went crazy.
Really? I did
Yeah.
not know there was ever a time where he wasn't crazy.
Yeah, it was actually when I tell you when my first e-fetting experience, where it was just a general idea and not
Okay.
no real character development or if he wore like a Sting style or Undertaker style get up,
Okay.
he'd or he'd be 300 pounds, he'd be a high flyer.
Yeah.
Something just so like off the wall like that.
Right.
That sounds like something off of a video game.
Yeah, like a bad created wrestler that
Yeah.
has nothing has anything to do with anything. Well, actually, I don't know if you knew this or not. The original idea of Stuntman was from Miami.
Really?
Why? Don't know. I just thought Miami was a cool city.
No, Jackson Payne's from L.A.
Yeah, of course.
because he's too cool to admitting to liking anything.
Absolutely. The only thing he liked was fighting.
That's right.
But Miami by Will Smith.
Really?
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 Yeah.
Now I don't feel quite so bad about you dropping
Right.
the bomb on
That's
me.
why I
Okay.
never-
I'm
that's why I
good.
never
Okay.
ragged on it.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
you know
hell,
what?
at
I'm
least
down.
yours made fucking
I'm down.
sense.
You're right.
I mean-
well, no, Miami makes sense because if he's from Miami, so,
Right,
you know,
right.
yeah, well,
But-
okay.
like I said, just I'd have to put the whole idea of stuntman on the table
Right.
because it really pissed me off when somebody called him the stuntman.
Ah.
Not to be confused with that movie, The
Yeah.
Stuntman. It's actually one
It
bad
drive
movie.
him, you know, and that's what eventually, I guess, drove him to insanity.
Yeah.
Where, you know, his music would hit and he'd pop out from under the ring or come out from, the
Yeah,
crowd or
behind the popcorn stand,
behind the Titantron.
or the bucket the beer vendor was carrying.
I think
All the ice would be running down.
I think, as a matter of fact, I think for one entrance, special entrance on Monday Night Raw, he popped out from the toilet.
Yeah,
He did.
Why not?
Yeah.
You know.
And he flushed himself down. That's how he made
That's
his
how he
escape.
left.
That's how he made his escape.
Yep.
Now, I do have to disagree with you on a point.
Okay.
For Batista's theme song.
Okay.
I Stand Alone, because that was after
I
he
Walk
left.
Alone.
Or I Walk Alone. I'm sorry.
I Stand Alone, good song too.
It is. He had left Evolution after that. So
Okay,
the song- the song
yeah.
did make
All right,
sense.
I'll go with
because-
that.
Right.
Because he's splitting away.
Right.
From
Okay.
and becoming his own person.
But really, with that song "Staying Around," it
Yeah, no, it kind of lost its purpose afterward.
Right.
gotcha.
right.
I never put that together.
As soon as he defeated Triple H for the World Heavyweight title, that's when the song should have dropped.
Yeah.
And a new theme song should have started.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. Though.
But going into actually the Luke Rude character and Jackson Payne have some minor similarities. I mean, I know we wrestled in gym shorts and t-shirts, but
Not in our minds, sir.
right,
Not in our
right.
minds.
Thanks, South Park Stick of Truth.
That's right.
Kind of like that. Luke Rude wore no shirt with leather pants. Kind of like
A gay cowboy.
That works.
a gay cowboy named Seth Rollins.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes, I, Sir Rob, Michael P.S. Hayes called it too.
Yeah.
I would not doubt that.
There's a lot of skeletons in there.
I'll say.
And leather pants.
It's, as a matter of fact, there's nothing in there but skeletons and leather pants.
Actually, the leather pants wearing.
Now, and one set of ashless chaps. Because, well, Friday night comes around once a week, so,
Right. We've always discussed this. All chaps are assless.
That is true. That is true.
I've always hated that term.
Yeah, assless chaps.
It's like saying a sleeved jacket.
I just realized how ridiculous that is. Yeah,
Or a hooded hoodie.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. That's a good point.
But
fucking mind-blowing.
It wasn't until Maria Kanellis and Cody Rhodes that we've got sleeveless hoodies.
Yeah, that's
It doesn't work.
no.
You know what's the only bad thing about Maria Kanellis? Besides nothing? She designed that clothes herself.
That's not really an issue. That's just her choice and style. That's
It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle choice.
That's right.
It
It certainly is.
And she had a pair of scissors one day.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well, let me.
I wonder-
I want to actually get onto this because we've been discussing this. If let's say you were a wrestler right now and you had your pick of any theme song in the world, what do you think it would be?
honestly, it would still be the same one
Okay.
as in high school because the song is. The beginning is such a grabber. Like if I were to play it for you today, right now,
Okay.
you would be like, I could use that for anybody.
Okay.
It's just one of those songs that
We'll have to get this in and play snippets at some point.
we will.
Like I was saying, your songs are not necessarily character specific.
No, absolutely. Let me just make the point of when CM Punk came back after the crappy, when he was first around after the crappy music he came out to. And the new song.
You talking about that song that was originally supposed to be for Randy Orton?
Sure.
The one that starts off like, "Brrrr."
Yeah.
Yeah,
That one.
that which was his
That was
original
terrible.
music.
Yeah.
Yes, that was definitely not CM Punk. The second song he came out to, by I can't even think of the
Living
band's
Colour.
name now.
I'm gonna call it personality.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Living Color, Called to
Okay,
Personality.
thank you. How that could be timeless for any wrestler.
Okay, but I want to bring up a point though. That's not new for him.
Okay.
When he was in the Indies, he actually used that.
Okay,
So,
well, that
I
makes
mean, it
works.
Well,
it works.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
He used it back then. He
But-
uses it today.
I mean,
It's timeless,
I
really.
mean, not
for
to,
him.
get
truly
off, not to
is.
get off topic and get on CM Punk, but basically, he had a lot of free range with his character. I
Certainly.
mean, a lot of stuff he did in the Indies, they reused in the WWE.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But anyway, getting back to my point with why I would still use the same music from high school is because it's timeless. It could be used no matter where you're at.
Yep.
I mean, even if WCW is still around. If I went over to TNA,
Okay.
I wouldn't. Personally, I would not want to change my music for nothing.
All right. I can understand that.
Just your pants.
Yeah, just my outfit would change with the coming seasons,
Or as it gets dirty.
or they get dirty.
Oh.
Okay, so I've actually got a question.
Because
you know,
rule number one is what, sir?
Never soil your gi.
That's right. That's,
you
that's
mu- if
martial
you-
arts rule number one.
Gotcha.
Even if you must soil,
Please.
you must not soil your gi.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so I've got a question then.
Sure.
Obviously, growing up, wanting to become wrestlers, we always tried out different holds on friends. Maybe if you had family, maybe your brother, your sister. How much, if you did it at school, how much trouble did you get into?
Lots.
Not as much as you think.
Okay, so
Yeah, but you still got in a sufficient amount.
Yeah.
okay,
I
so
mean-
like what would be a good example?
I mean,
How many times did me and you end up in detention because of that shit?
God, shit, those weren't even honestly wrestling moves. I mean, one time it was just a double-handed choke, and I picked him off the ground, and
The wrong person saw it.
you know the big deal.
But you see, here's the thing.
What was the big deal behind it?
Well, here's
Why
the
was
thing.
it so bad?
Here's the thing. It really wasn't bad because you did not have a tight grip on me, and I was selling the whole way.
Yeah, it's why I usually got in trouble.
Because
you made it look a whole lot worse than
I
what it really
sold.
was.
I sold. I was better at selling than, dare I say, Dolph Ziggler.
Okay.
I was on par with him, if not better than him.
Okay.
I can remember going back to even playing
You
in
were
the
better at
schoolyard.
selling than Pablo Escobar.
That's right. Who? Anyway, I was at the point where you see, and this is how I believe you originally really got me into the fold, is because you would see
spit
us
on it
playing.
first.
Cute. You would see us playing Power Rangers, and of course, someone would throw a magic ball or whatever, or some kind of energy, what have you. Are you gonna laugh every time I say ball?
No, I was just thinking about throwing my magic balls at you.
Fuck you. Anyway, or you take a move or whatever.
And actually, can I elaborate on
Sure.
the magic balls again? That move later became the Bronco Buster.
Indeed, it did. So anyway, you do the whole, throwing magic at somebody and this, that, and the other. Now everybody else would just kind of like step back and act like they did it. I would actually take the full back bump.
Right.
Okay, if someone went to tag me with a kick,
Mm-hmm.
they would tag me. You could tag me and it would be fine, and I would sell it the whole way.
I got you.
I knew what selling was before I knew what selling was.
Okay.
I mean, I knew what we were doing.
It was acting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretend. It was make-believe. It was
Right.
whatever the fuck you want to call it.
And I was damn good at it, if I do say so myself. It did land Luke in a lot of trouble sometimes, and I'm just like, dude, he didn't even hurt me. I'm making it look like he did.
Right.
But he could have.
And that always seemed to be the question.
And I could have brought a hand grenade. What the fuck is your point?
But-
I did buy many hand grenades. That's probably why I quit drinking today.
Yeah.
But that was always the question with like teachers and other adults. It was always, but you could have. But the whole point was I didn't, or he didn't, or
Right. Right,
they
exactly.
did.
I could have went to college and not drank myself stupid.
Yeah. You certainly could have. And then you wouldn't be doing this stupid podcast with me and Brian.
You're damn right. I mean, I might not, actually, had I finished college, the Luke Mitchell Hotel Compound Casino and
Resort and hair care and tire center
Yeah,
and spa and
bakery.
auto body shop, bakery, and outhouse
And
would not
outhouse.
exist.
yeah, so everything happens for a reason.
I guess. I don't know. Anyway, this
Can I talk about Jackson Payne?
yeah, talk about Jackson Payne. We've got a few minutes left.
And actually, Jackson Payne was probably one of my favorite characters. He had probably the best character development of any of the characters that I had. I mean, running down a quick list, Rhino was just kind of like a tough guy. Luke Rude was the bad guy.
And he burped.
And he burped. And he kicked him.
And he kicks him. Oh, we're gonna have to get into and he kicks him.
Oh, dude, we haven't even gotten into in-ring commentary.
Oh,
I mean,
jeez.
I mean,
You know what?
Luke
You know
Rude was
what?
famous for in-ring commentary.
Yes, he was. But
Did he-
as
I think he
luck would
did.
have it, unfortunately, we are running out of time on this episode. So we'll be back and hey, enjoy yourselves and hope you enjoyed it and subscribe and write us an email at wrestlingruinmylife@gmail.com if you have any questions, comments, concerns, what have you.
Nudie pics.
Yeah, sure, send your nudie pics because, well, why the fuck not?
Females only.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. We've all seen enough of you. And
And
so
not enough at the same time.
Jesus. Yep. So anyway, sir, Brian, of course, thank you and appreciate it.
Oh yeah, ready for next week already.
And sir, God bless you.
No. God bless you.
Good night, sleepy bread.
Good night and good luck.